little spark. And when the spark's going into a bit of t-shirt, catch it on fire. I can catch my tinder. There. Cool, huh? Fire is probably one of my strongest skills, and the number one word surviving.
All right, I think we are live. Waiting on a few people to join in. Let me go make sure that we are live. Let me make sure.
I don't like doing a feature thing. It's not a problem.
Where's the live?
However, in a true survival situation, conservation of energy is pretty important, and also having everything done before dark.
I don't see it.
It's also pretty important.
Let me see. Let me make sure my guests are not trying to get in. Let me see where they at.
Climate in red dirt country in the Mallee, where it's quite a lot warmer than it is here in the winter. So it's that
I'm a little bit early. I want to give people time to get on. About to have a discussion. All right.
This drink.
This should be interesting. I got some dudes who ain't scared to speak their mind coming on. Where are they?
That's boiling hot. My lips are good. Okay.
We're sitting around these.
That's so good.
Make sure they coming on.
We have a story about Bully Mark, which is the place that we go to after we die. And so that Milky Way there, that's Bully Mark, that's the big river in the sky, and all them stars, they're the campfires of our ancestors all up there.
Thank you for your patience.
Whether you're in a big city,
I'm watching.
you can always look up at them stars and see those campfires, and
Alone.
My kids, and to my daughter.
Australia.
I want to tell her that, long after I'm gone, if she ever needs me, all she has to do is go outside and look up at the stars and that brightest star.
All right. Still waiting on my guests. I don't see anything about them being in any waiting rooms, anything like that. I have, I think, 4 guests coming on. Yeah. 4 guests coming on, so it'll be a panel of 5, and we'll be discussing, what's going on with 50 and Big Meech, right? I want to get different perspectives. Where are my guys at, man? Where are my guys at? Let me create a banner. There's your banner. There we go. Let's see it. Here we go. There we go. Where are my guys at? I said 2:00. It's 2:01. Where are my guys? Let me call.
Moving past.
Let me call. Right. He's not answering, so he's trying to log on.
Oh my God. Man, this is crazy.
Yo, you see the link? Yeah, you see the link? I was just looking at my email. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. All right, okay. All right, there's one on the way. That's Big Boosie on the way. We got guys who got different perspectives, no bias. Yo, you see the link?
Yeah, I'm just grabbing my son and walking into the house right now.
Oh, okay. All right, no doubt.
You sent it to Wavy Media, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right, okay. All right. All right. So we can get started. Yo, you see the link? Okay, all right. Nah, 2:00 my time. We on that. I'm at home. I'm on the computer. Yeah. Just as soon as you get where you can get, you can come on through your phone.
I know, I'm walking down.
Okay, all right. I forgot about the time zone, so he's in another time zone. He thought I was talking about 2:00 his time. It's just an hour behind, but he'll hop on in a minute. That's OG Capone. He hopping on with us. Here we go. Here we got one. And my guy James Jones to the stage. All right, James. Everybody's late, man. We on nigga time, man. You know how we do. Look, I had one here in a different time zone. Oh, he said, man, I thought you talking about 2:00 my time. You know. All right, we got Big Boosie is here. Added him to the stage. We're trying to wait on everybody to get situated, Boosie. We waiting on
do that. I gotta make a phone call.
All right, go ahead, handle your business. Yeah, we waiting on Wavy, and we waiting on BMF Wavy. We waiting on BMF Wavy, and we already kind of know which way he leaning, right? He might have a little bias, but I want different perspectives. And we waiting on OG Capone, and he's in another time zone, and he thought we were talking about 2:00 in his. He's in Mississippi, actually, James. He's in Gulfport, I think. He's near the water. He's in Gulfport, Mississippi. Yeah, and I'll make sure all my.
I can't hear you, Carlos.
You can't hear me?
No, I can't hear you. Let me check. Okay.
Yeah, it might be you. I'm good. I think I'm good on my end.
I can't hear you at all.
Let me check my volume. My volume is good. I'm not muted.
attempt to get a fire going. I actually feel like I feel a little bit shit today. Probably because
All right, we're gonna wait on Wavy and then we're gonna get, can you hear me now? Yeah, there we go. I told him to try to leave out and come back in. See if that works. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes, sir. I can hear you now.
Okay. That normally works when you leave out and come back in. I think that's magic.
Okay. No problem.
So we're gonna wait on one more person, and then once Wavy get in here, we're gonna start. Wavy is BMF Wavy, and the young man who has street knowledge under his name, that's Big Boosie. And you'll know Big Boosie from he was tied in with Dame Dash and those guys, right? The Diplomats, I guess. Well, I don't know, maybe more Dame Dash than the Diplomats. And he was in that movie. What was it? It was a movie with Cameron and them in there. Remember when the Diplomats had their movies that was coming out? I think it was called Killer Season. I think he was in that one. I think he was in Killer Season. But I know he was in one or two of those Dame Dash flicks. But that's Big Boosie. And he's out in Carolina, but he's in a different part. But yeah, and Wavy was just getting his son together, so we waiting on him.
hands down, I would much prefer that.
And I think Boosie got a studio out in Raleigh somewhere too. James dropped off for a second. What happened? You at the casino?
Possible way.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Oh, you found a little spot in the cut.
Wind coming. The sun. It's down.
Yeah, so I had one guest I invited and he declined. He was like, man, I'm not. He said, where I'm at, he said, I can't afford to have any issues with 50. I said, man, you don't have to have issues. We just we telling the truth. If I had issues with him, he wouldn't know me. So, but evidently my guy, he knows 50. If you think you're gonna have an issue with him, that means you must be in on the opposing side, right? And it's really kind of hard to have any other perspective other than is he a snitch or is 50 a hater? OG Capone, what's happening?
What's up? How y'all doing?
We well, man. Welcome to the show. Everybody getting situated, getting themselves together, man. We just got one more guest to add, and he was just getting in the house with his son. So right now, OG Capone, we got James Jones on. James Jones is in DC right now. And then we got Big Boosie. he's not in the screen right now, but Big Boosie's in Raleigh. He's in Carolina.
But hey, I'm gonna have to call back in. So I was just wake up all these people from the house. I'm gonna call right back in. Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. All right. He said he about to come back in. He just jumped in real quick. Hold on. Here go Jane. Man, what's going on with your thing?
I don't know, man. It stop you from talking. I can't hear you. So then I log out and come back in.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you clear now.
Okay. All right. So OG Capone had to step out for a minute. Now OG, I once we get him back on, and once Boosie's back in the screen, we'll talk about who's on the panel. And I think Wavy might join in before that. He was just walking in the house. But nah, you didn't meet BMF Wavy. He wasn't with me when you came down here. But that's one of my guys, one of my comrades, and he's of course BMF. So I had to invite him on this to hear what his perspective was, right? He might be biased. He might not be. He might be honest. I don't know what his perspective is. I don't know anybody's perspective on the show. We're just gonna be, having that discussion. And there've been a few viewers come in and go because the show hadn't started proceeding yet. Once we get going, I'm pretty sure we'll have our viewership. And we're on Facebook and we're on YouTube, and I don't know how to do Instagram. Okay, no, and we're on Instagram, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Yeah, Facebook. Edit. I want to go to another Facebook page. Nah. I'll keep it here. I'll leave it on that Facebook page. So yeah, we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube simultaneously. Where are my guys at? I think if I said 2, it'd be about 2:30 before everybody got it. I knew this was gonna happen, James. Inactivity, man, is not good. So we just recently had that march in Memphis, James. I told you about that, right? You're muted. James. Hey, can you unmute yourself, James? All right, Boosie. We just had OG Capone. He had to step out for a second. Wavy ain't came on yet. He was just getting in with his seed. Yeah, I guess he getting his son situated. And this is my guy James Jones. He was we were in the feds together. So that's our perspective. Can you hear me, Boosie? I can't hear either one of them. Remove them and then add them back in. Remove, add back in. Boosie, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. James, I can't hear you either. All right. Oh, God. Boosie, I can't hear your mic. I can't hear you. All right, James, can you talk real quick? James. James, can you hear me? I can't hear either one of y'all. Y'all gotta, yeah. I don't know what's going on with the James, I can't hear you. Hold up. I'm gonna text you, yo. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and start the conversation. His audio say it's on. It's not on, yo. Can't hear you. So we talking about um um uh, damn, yo. This dude here, man. Invite. Hold up. All right. All right. Okay. Why it's not connecting? Boosie.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. It was your mic. Your mic wasn't connected.
Yeah, I had it. When I press it red, that means it was mute. Then I press it be white, then it was connected. It was white the whole time when you couldn't hear
Yeah,
me.
I don't know what it is with this damn StreamYard. Now your picture not showing. There you go. Now your picture showing. All right. So James having the same problem. He tried to get in. Wavy act like he don't know how to get in this damn email. So he I had to send it to his messenger. So he about to hop in there on Messenger if he see it. Let me see if he's it go James again. All right, James, you good? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you real clear.
All right, okay. Let's hope it stay that way. I got you. I can hear you. I can hear Pussy. Now I'm waiting on BMF Wavy to come back in and OG Capone. But we're gonna start the discussion. Yeah. When these dudes come in and they can add on. So I'm gonna start with so everybody's familiar with what's going on with Big Meech and 50 Cent. They beefing, right? It's almost funny, right? These dudes, older, established, but they beefing over is Meech a snitch? Or and like I said, 50 is 50 a hater. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got a different perspective, and I wanted to have this conversation because I had this talk with a few people the other day, and this dude Cuffy. Let's talk about Cuffy. So Cuffy is the one who implicated Big Meech in having snitched. This dude Cuffy, who was a former BMF member or associate or whatever you want to call him, I think he's out of St. Louis, right? I think it was St. Louis. He said that Big Meech had a young lady do a third party cooperation on him, right? OG Capone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to make sure I can hear you and you can hear me.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
All right, so we just started a discussion about Big Meech and 50 Cent, how it's not just 50 Cent who's saying that Big Meech snitched on somebody or had someone do a third party cooperation, but that guy Cuffy, right? Cuffy is the first one. Cuffy is the one who was supposed to have been the victim of it, or they attempted to victimize him, and he somehow didn't get caught up in it, or I don't know. I've heard conflicting stories. I've had long conversations with people who have researched it, and I kind of wanted to have a conversation to see if am I tripping or do people share my position, right? What do you know about it, Capone?
When it comes down to that, I talk to a lot of guys out of Detroit, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
when it comes down to if he a snitch or not, that's another matter, right? You hear me? Cause I mean, it's a lot of guys,
Well,
man.
first,
You know what I'm saying? That's in the game, man, and that I feel that that done about 40, 45 years for the same thing. You hear me? And they still ain't not. You feel me?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and then hey, I don't know if it's no hater thing, but one of them episodes they had, that they tried to do on that show, they had canceled that show for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff was being put out and they didn't want to do it. They had canceled one of those series because of some stuff that happened. And old bro got on there and was like, hey, just say, hey, they don't need to do this, they don't need to do that, cause they adding the argument to what's really happening. So, and see that, I don't know, but I don't know about like 50 Cent hating. I can understand the reason why 50 Cent, because 50 Cent helped his son put him through school and help him get the service started. I don't know. I'm like this. It's just like me and you, right? Me and you could be friends, right? But then I don't know the guys that's on here, but me and this guy could be friends. But then he might not like you, And if I had to choose between him and you, just because he just like you, then I'm gonna have to choose you because I don't understand why y'all hate that's my hate.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
yeah. I
So
follow you. It's loyalty,
yeah,
right? Is
right. You can't make a person hate an individual that you dislike, bro.
yeah, yeah,
You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
You know, I, it's not the same. And that man been locked up numerous of years. He don't know Vic Bob like that. So if Vic Bob trying to give him some money in the pocket, okay, I'm good. You don't got to mess with him.
yeah. See, from what I hear, Rick Ross gave Meech like some real bread, like a couple million. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and 50. I mean, I know 50
well,
did a lot
let me chime
for
in.
his son.
Yo,
Okay.
What you say? What you say, Boosie?
so I'm gonna go back to what y'all just talking about. So
Yeah,
they saying rat. First, it ain't considered rat because he ain't sit down and tell on the Cuffy dude. It's supposed to be a situation where he lined Cuffy up. So people still utilizing the words wrong, right? Meaning meaning lined him up through that woman, through that lady, whatever her name is, and she already said Meech didn't know what she was doing, even though she was doing whatever. She didn't know none of that. Meech was locked up at the time, right? So if the Cuffy nigga, first of all, I'm not meeting with nobody from that one of my homies, I could love them to death, but they want me to go buy 100 birds and they behind that wall. I'm never doing that, even if I still trust them. That's first of all. Second of all, that story that Cuffy said, it don't even line up to what he's saying. Third of all, he's not even in there for what they was saying that Meech supposed to knew that the Tammy Hawkins or Calkins or whatever her name is was doing. They saying they got him on for 27 years for something that he had did already anyway. Blue Da Vinci is trying to say that it blew out of proportion because the girl started fucking the men. Blue, he got a salty thing in his mouth because they already blew up that he ratted from the whole beginning with all of that shit that shit that he took and however he took it. So they coming up with these scenarios as if Meech was down with it, but it did. None of the story makes no kind of sense. And Homeboy's in there with 27 years on his own. Now he might be mad that he is in jail and Meech coming home. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the 50 Cent saying that he he looked out for Meech's son. Once he took on that project to do BMF, who's the best person to play Meech? His son.
Yeah.
Right? So now, either you're going to go pay for a seasoned actor that's going to cost a lot of money, which would have been in the budget, or get his son to do it and pay for him to get acting classes so it can that role can get attacked the correct way. It's all part of the business. It's all part of the plan. It wasn't part of like, oh, I'm looking out for Meech because he locked up and make sure his son is good. He ain't paid for him to get acting role for other movies and other series. He did it because he knew he had the BMF situation in his pocket. So it's better yet, kill two birds with one stone, put him in acting classes. He know his father's swag. Once he learn acting classes, he'll know how to act and do everything and attack stuff the proper way. So it ain't like you just did Meech a big favor. He didn't grow up with you, brother.
It was a business move.
So that's a business move. Meech always been dealing with celebrities all day long for years, all the rappers and all that, before he went to jail. Meech been a big dog, the $100 million ranges before 50 ever saw that kind of money. So he's like, you can't sun me because you mad at somebody, and I was cool with him. Not only that, they saying that Meech, 50 made Meech a household name. No, he made him a household name out of Hollywood. In the urban community, he been a household name on his own from what he built from the streets, in these clubs, throwing money, giving people job opportunities. Not only that, Rick Ross is the man that made his household name, if you want to go take it there, with that record. Think of Big Meech. That record is how many platinum? That's worldwide, all through the country. So that started before he even touched BMF. So how he's not going to let the man praise a dude that looked out for him before he even went to jail when he was just a regular street dude. He threw his name in something. And looked out for him. So don't put me under the gun. You beefing with a nigga. You're still my man. And I'm still gonna be cool with homie too. Don't put me in the middle of that. It ain't like he shot your mother, your brother. So you to do that, it's like 50 want to son everybody that he feel that he want to utilize, calling something disloyal. It's not disloyal. I'm my own man, bro, and you beefing with that nigga. I've had friends that I have fell out with, and there's other people that was cool with my other friends, and I'm like, y'all, I ain't stopping y'all from being cool with that nigga as long as y'all don't bring the bullshit over here, but still be cool with him. I'm not saying, just because you off my plate, nah, you can't go over there with that nigga. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. That sounds kind of girly, man. For real. And selfish.
Yeah, it's selfish. It's definitely selfish. James, what you think about that? What how you see it?
I'm more old school. I have to see the paperwork. I'm not just going off of what people are saying on none of that type stuff there, because you got people like the brother just said, the gentleman did a lot for a lot of people. And as Rick Ross did shout out his name and all that. And to be truthful, there's been some rumors said about 50. But again,
without a doubt, yeah.
Again, so if we're gonna go by rumors, then we have to, we got to throw his name in the pot. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm old school, and if a person asking, can a third party thing be done without him knowing? Yeah, that can be done. That can happen.
Okay.
Do I think he done that? I haven't even put no thought into it. Really, that's he doing this thing, continue to do his thing. People, Rick Ross and a lot of people are looking at it from a business perspective. So that's what it is to me. So I don't put a lot into what's being said because I need to see something. You got, don't just tell me nothing. 50, I don't know you.
Yeah. So what about Cuffy? What about this dude Cuffy? So this dude Cuffy, he got, like Boozy was saying, a lot of his stories don't make sense, right? So he said that this young lady tried to set him up doing a third party buy on behalf of Meech. But then he's not locked up for that. He got 27 years for I guess he had somebody killed for 2 contract killings, right? And for a firearm. That's what he got 27 years for. And I don't know what planet you get 27 years for that, right? I got 30 years for ghost dope. So I don't know how he got 27 years, but that's another discussion. So he's saying that the girl attempting to set him up led to them investigating him, which led to his demise, right? So he's not incarcerated.
Then you got no leg to stand on that.
Okay.
If it's not adding up, it ain't adding up, man.
Yeah.
And I, based on what I've seen, been watching and seeing and hearing, 50's not the hater, he's the hater. Because 50's getting the information from him. You see what I'm saying? So now, and if you ain't got nothing concrete, don't, me, I don't even pay it no mind. You already know that's a killing offense, man. Once you put that label on somebody and you can't, produce the paperwork, that takes it to a whole nother level, man. So
yeah, you got to be able to show and prove, right? And that's coming from where we come from, and that's from having done Fed time, and you haven't done Fed time, right? So it's different when you're in the Feds. So I was in the Feds with Southwest T. I was also in there with Meech. I was in Atlanta with Meech, but we were in transit. He was behind the glass, right? And that's where they put you.
Program in Atlanta.
Yeah, he was behind the glass. Yeah, so Southwest T was on the yard with me in Pollard, Louisiana, and he moved entirely different than his brother. So I never heard anything bad about either of them while I was incarcerated, right? But now I would say that the general consensus right now in the federal prisons is they don't respect Meech, right? And I found this out from this recent we had a march on Memphis. And when we went out, we were bringing out different people. And I was talking to the guys inside. And these guys inside were funding this march. And OG Capone is familiar with it. He like these guys got some power. And I asked them at one point, man, do y'all want to try to get Meech to come out for this march on Memphis? And they was like, nah, we will keep it a buck with you. He said, we don't really respect the dude in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And it might be because of the rumors. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But they're actively in there. I haven't been in there in 9 years. And they are saying, nah, we don't want to mess with dude. But they were willing to bring out Southwest T. So we were about to reach out and see if we could bring out Southwest T. And hopefully BMF Wavy will hop on. He's been invited, but he's having issues getting on. But I feel like, people are 50 got a history, right? 50 got a history. 50 always beefing with somebody. He always beefing with, it's got to be somebody. 50's beefed with the industry, man. And one thing about it, he don't forget nothing. His memory is long, right? if he beefing with you, he hates you forever, right? We see that. Like, it ain't no bygones be bygones, and he dapping up Ja Rule on the stage, and they do a concert together. He ain't never gonna dap up Ross. You know what I'm saying? Who else was he beefing with? He when he beef with you, he beef with you, right? So right now, it's just Meech is on the other end of that beef. So you can call him a hater. I don't know what to call him, right? I think dude might be salty because of the Rick Ross situation, right? Like, you friends with him, and that is some high school shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is that we bigger than that. We older than that. I got friends right now that can't be in the same room together, but I'm in the middle. I'm friends with both of them. I just know, like Boosie said, I'm not gonna have them together. I'm not gonna bring one and then bring the other and make it an awkward situation. So hold on, I'm trying to get Wavy. Anybody else want to add on?
Yeah, I want to say what brother said, what Booster was saying, man. He made some clear points. We're not into the entertainment stuff like that, because we got so many entertainment guys that involved in organizations, what I'm saying, and different gangs that's in the industry, what I'm saying. So I try to look at things at bias when it comes to that, what I'm saying, because everybody wants to be something once they make the money to be something. You know what I'm saying? You ain't nothing until you make the money, but when you make the money, then you something. You feel me? So it's gold with that narrative because once you make the money, you can be able to pay for who you want to be then. You feel what I'm saying? Or what you want to be because you got the money to pay for it. So it's just that's it. We caught up now, man. It's always black versus black, bro. I mean, even with the situation still going on with P Daddy and R. Kelly, and it's always, what I'm saying? It's just, man, and one thing we overlook, yeah, they might be out there in the newspaper, they might be the ones in the front line, but hell, they had to go through another different race for to get what they had to get. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't none of them in the newspapers. I ain't none of them in the they own these studios when they first started and they gave them a piece of the action. Why they ain't in there with them? You feel me?
Yeah, you're right.
Why the front man don't never get noticed? You know what I'm saying? It's always the end man. You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
look in your messenger, yo. Look in your messenger in Facebook. Yeah, messenger.
Yeah, I know my movement. I don't see it, but I'm about to just text it to you.
Power line, it's in there, yo. I just sent it again. Why? All right, so we can't get Wavy on. I don't know why. Wavy, no one can't find your link, man.
No, I'm on it. I'm in the messenger.
You don't see the link?
Nah, the link ain't popping up on my phone. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right, let me try something else. Let me try your email again. All right. Yeah, I really wanted to get so basically, I'm like you. I always do the knowledge to everything. I need to have as many facts as I can, right, in order to come up with a argument. And I'm looking at, what's going on there, and I'm like, well, where is the paperwork, right? Like you said, James. Listen. I walk around, right? Listen, James. I still got my PSI. And that's your walking papers in the feds, right? Your PSI, that's your walking papers. So we go by paperwork. If you don't have paperwork, like Cuffy, he's saying all of this stuff, but he needs to present something, right? If because you calling out a dude who really got some power, right? And you're inside. I mean, I guess you feel you comfortable, but you need to have something to stand on. Like you said, he don't really have no legs to stand on. And then he said the girl started messing with the police. How he know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how he know that the girl who tried to set him up started dealing with the what was it, an undercover or something? Like her handler started dealing with him. Like that's weird. Like that he would even know that. And then he's not locked up. He's not locked up. James, you muted. I can't hear you, James. I still can't hear you. You might have to step out and step back in again. And I'm still trying to get Wavy in here, man. I don't know why this man can't find this email. OG
But now,
Capone.
yeah, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, bro. When
Yeah.
it comes down to a snitch, right?
Okay.
You know, I had this on my podcast.
Okay.
How do you define a snitch? You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
mean, how accurate is a snitch defined? If a snitch, like, say for instance, say mean Booster just riding. I'm just using for example, Booster. Let's say mean Booster riding. I know, and me and him cool, right? But now he got some illegal stuff on and blah 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 blah, right? Have the police pull it over. He throw the stuff on my lap, right? Police get it,
Okay.
right? Police get it, be like, man, who this, who this, this you, lock your ass up, right?
Yeah.
But now, what's called, tell me to go here, accept that, but I be like, nah, man, they say, no, man, this so, if that's a snitch, cause he said this, I'm saying, how do we define snitch? If I go and somebody shoot 5, 6 people, I'm with them. I ain't put it to them. But I tell him this guy, he did it. But if I'm a snitch, snitch is defined by a character, or it's defined by loyalty. A lot of people said that doing the snitch, like, it has street values when you're in the game. You see what I'm saying? But when you're not in the game, they don't consider you a snitch.
Okay, so yeah, they say if you're a civilian, you really ain't a snitch. But I don't buy all that, right? A snitch is a snitch.
Yeah,
So
I'm just saying how. Yeah,
yeah, but
go
my definition, and everybody's definition gonna be different, right? My
ahead.
definition of a snitch is a person who tells on someone who got away with something. So let's say if we do something, you and me do something, I get
Right.
away, and you get caught, and you
Mm-hmm.
tell on me. You feel what I'm saying? You snitched on me. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's a different narrative. Right.
that's
Right.
happened to me. I was with, me and my partner when we was young, we was stealing some shit. I don't know what out of a car. And we was stashing it. We running down to the apartments and we stashing it. And somebody in a window see us doing this. And we don't know that we were seen. I go home. Later on, here come my partner coming around the corner with his mother, you know what I'm saying, and the police. So
Right.
he got caught. They found him. They knew where he lived at. And he told them who was with him. I didn't get caught. He snitched
Right.
on me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's snitching, I think, right? That's my opinion. That's
Right.
my perspective. Everybody gonna
Right.
probably have a different take. But that, in my opinion, is snitching. That's snitching.
Right. That right there, that can be considered a snitch because you got a way he told it. That's another. That's what I'm saying. It's different levels in when you consider a person being a snitch. If a person, 'cause if you're in the game, if you're in the dope game, and I don't care how you do it, if that person didn't get away, it's just like if I'm the one that did it, they caught me, and I'm actually the one that did it, right?
Yeah.
But I said, no, man, Tito did it, right?
Yeah.
What Tito supposed to do then?
I mean, well, yeah. So how can you defend yourself against a lie? You feel what I'm saying?
Right, you feel me? Yeah.
Yeah. How can you defend yourself against a lie? It happens, man. The streets is just so many different scenarios, man. And the game is twisted, which is why I'm not in it anymore. Because it's right now, it's legal to snitch. These young boys telling, they getting caught, they telling, they don't care. The dude who told on me in 1998 just set somebody else up. He's still setting people up in 2024. And that's
Oh my goodness, that's bad. That's bad.
we can get Wavy in here, man. But everybody's opinion. Like snitching? It's not illegal if nothing happens because of it. We finally got Wavy on. Right?
Now, okay.
So if nothing is happening to these dudes, they snitching and nothing happening, then that means it's legal, right? And nobody doing nothing about it. All right. So we got BMF Wavy on. he late, but he's here, right? So Wavy, I'll bring you up to speed, right? I don't know if you've been listening, but we've been talking about the situation with Meech and with 50 Cent, right? And you know, being like the general consensus between the people on the panel was pretty much the same. We need to see paperwork, right? There needs to be more than just saying it, right? But I will say this. I'll go on record and say this, right? That I don't know if Cuffy is telling the truth or not because there is no paperwork. But if he is telling the truth about the third party situation, I will go on record and say that that's still snitching if you participate in third party cooperation. Not saying that that's the case because I don't know if that's the case or not. That's just what Cuffy's saying. But if that is the case, then that would make him a snitch. But again, I don't know if that's the situation, right?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
now?
can hear you. I can hear you, Boosie.
Yeah, you couldn't hear me for a long time.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna go back to the part where you said 50 don't never forget. He stay keeping enemies.
Yeah.
Well, Cameron was the one that went in on him crazy and made him name his album Curtis after he went in on him crazy, and they back cool again.
Oh yeah.
That's what created the Jim Jones and Cameron Dipset bull crap going on. So he got back cool with Cameron recently. He was on Cameron's show, right? Not only that, he knew before when he bought the rights from that girl or just paid her to use to do the BMF show. Rumors is he knew she was a snitch, or he knew that she was setting up people or had set people up, and he did business with her.
Wow.
So now,
because she set up Griselda.
Now, when homie don't want to talk to you no more or mad at you, now you want to put him out there. See, this the thing that Fifth know. Throw it out there. Niggas just gonna run with a snitch rumor without having the truth.
Yeah.
A real snitch is. A real snitch is a person that did a crime with you and told on you, so he don't go to jail and you go to jail.
Exactly.
Also, said too, it's still a snitch if they set it up through police because he actually snitched and told about what's going on and showed them how to actually apprehend the person. So it's still snitch in the same thing. And either way, the man knew about the lady was cooperating and he still took on the project, and then he's mad that Meech asked for more rights to
Creative control
because it's his, and they have differences behind that. And being that he had the differences behind that, I guess they stopped kind of speaking or whatever. But still, he probably went with Rick Ross regardless. Whoever offered him some money, which Rick Ross was a fan of Meech to even put him in that record. He was a fan of him. So once again, you still can't be mad at this man that has nothing to do with you. He gave you a business opportunity that came with legs to stand with. BMF came in with 50 to actually put it out because it already had strong legs to stand on. Everybody in this urban community knew what BMF was. So now you put it out on a series on TV, everybody's going to look at it on TV. Now, if it's a good series, which it was written properly, done properly, color corrections, everything was good. So he automatically gave you a win-win situation from jail, my nigga. So it ain't like he called you without nothing and you held him down when he had no money, he was in there fucked up. No, he gave you something and you gave him something. Because either way, if he would have shot it long enough, somebody would have picked it up.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. So it's like you say, Boosie, BMF was a household name before the show, before the movie.
Facts.
Like everybody heard of BMF. There were magazine articles, news articles. Like these was like the biggest dude since Rick Ross. Right. When I heard about him, I was inside and I was like, I couldn't believe it. They had billboards and like everybody knew who BMF was before the BMF program. Like so Wavy, you grew up in that culture. I see you got BMF on your shirt. BMF Wavy. What is your perspective on this, and what is your take on this, being that you're so close to the situation?
I think is definitely slander, defamation until paperwork is produced. And even then, like Boosie said, this man already knew what was going on because 50, I'm gonna keep it 100. He don't allow just anybody around him. He don't just take on anything if he don't have proper background checks on people. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because of the situation that he done went through with Preem and everything else. So for you to allow this woman around you and to take on a large project like this, which was already making noise, like you just said, you know what I'm saying? So it was a no-brainer. But I believe that this man, Fifth already knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah,
now when Big Homie comes out and demand a little bit more control of his what he created,
yeah,
now is a problem. So for Ross to step in and say, "Look, what you need, big homie? You just came home. What you need? You get
yeah.
what I'm saying? Well, what can you give me? Hey, here's a couple mil. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, exactly.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. As opposed to 50 saying, "Well, I made your son a millionaire. I made your son a star." Okay, that's cool, but my son money ain't my money. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
What, I gotta dig in my son's pocket so I could be straight?
yeah,
No.
yeah,
And
This
at
is
the end of the day, though, he contributed to making his own son a star by utilizing his life from the seed
exactly.
that he created. So it ain't like
yeah,
you just made my son a star, bruh. You
Exactly.
contributed to it, but you contributed to it because it was towards the business at hand, which was the BMF, and he played Who I Am. You didn't put him
Exactly.
in another movie and stars. You didn't put him in Power and made him a star. None of that.
Nah,
Playing his
nah.
father, which is me. So don't try to take away from my fatherhood as well.
yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. So he expect this man to dig in his son pocket and pay up. No. What's gonna happen is I'm pretty sure Lil Meech had something already set up for his dad. Cool. But at the same time, as a man, I'm coming home. I want my own bag. And this is why the
yeah,
concert,
yeah,
was made. You get what I'm saying?
yeah. Exactly, exactly.
You know what I
That's
mean?
yeah. So in other words, right? Is Meech a snitch? Nah, not until you prove it, right? And then like James was saying, James just fell off, right? He was saying that a person can do a third party cooperation on your behalf and you not know about it, right? So if this young lady, I don't know her, you know what I'm saying, but she probably wanted to make sure Big Daddy came home, and she probably thought that doing that would put her in his good graces, right? We don't know what their conversation was after that, right? We don't know what happened after that, but that's a move that she made. And I'll say from my perspective, right, from my experience, I had that opportunity, right, presented to me by someone who thought that I would be cool with it, and I told them, nah, absolutely not, absolutely not. You doing it and me knowing about it is just like me doing it, and I don't do that. So nah,
So so
we not doing that.
to answer that, right, the homie Al Prophet, I don't know if y'all familiar with him, right? Al
Yeah.
Prophet said that he does American something. I forgot the name of Al Prophet's show, but he's on YouTube.
All right.
He's from Detroit. He said that the minute she found out that Meech found out she was the informant, she drove all the way to Louisiana to clear it up with him. Why would
Oh
you
yeah.
drive all the way to Louisiana to clear it up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he told her, leave me out of this. Because
Wow.
he already laid in bed with her as far as signing over his rights because he trusted her. I don't know
Yeah.
if they physically laid in bed with each other, but it seemed like, they had something going on that was more intimate than just paperwork. You get
Got you. Yeah.
for
Got
somebody to trust
you.
somebody with they life right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was sleeping. She's an attractive woman, and she was sleeping around. She slept with the DA.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her,
So
so she's attractive.
she's very attractive with a hump.
It's a white girl, right?
Nah, she's Spanish.
Oh, okay. All right,
I
got
believe
you.
she. Yeah, it's a mix.
Okay.
It's a mixture of something there.
Okay. All right, got you. Yeah. So I mean, like I really I wanted to do this right to kind of put it to bed, right?
Yeah,
Because if you don't put it to bed, this is just gonna grow legs. You feel what I'm saying? And really, it needs to be put to bed. If this dude really, if Meech snitched, where's the paperwork, right? Where this dude Cuffy needs to do more than just tell the story. You got to show and prove. You know what I'm saying? And he hasn't been able to do that. He hasn't been able to show and prove. And I don't really know about what's going on with Blue Da Vinci. I I'm kind of like behind. I don't know what's going on with Blue Da Vinci. I heard his name mentioned a couple times. I don't know. I don't know what's. I thought he was a part of BMF at one point, and yeah, I
he
don't know what's going on with that. So
he
are
was.
you familiar? He
Yeah,
was.
he was. I mean, at the end of the day, bro got his own opinion on things, but my whole thing is, you know, go. If I got a problem with my brother,
Go
right?
talk. Go talk to him.
Yeah, and let's
Yeah.
pull him to the side. Don't slander his name in public, because
Yeah.
that ain't gangster. Like you call yourself a gangster, a crip, this and that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, if you on paperwork and the only way you could use Big Bro to get out of your situation is to slander him, because they said he gave up the Hummer allegedly. So ain't no telling. It's like wait till that man come home and have that conversation with him. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 So
Don't
yeah, that was like a surprise attack.
you get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I mean, if y'all got to shoot the face, shoot the face. Be a man about it. Like it's just brotherhood. Like it's supposed to be death before dishonor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you know,
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you 100%. Right. That's like they call it the family, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
like
family issues are supposed to be dealt with within the family.
like I had a situation coming home. We ain't gonna put the person name out, right? I went straight to him when I came out and spoke to him. You know what I mean? The both of them straight to their
Yeah.
face. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? As
That's
a
that's
man,
how that's how what you see. That's how men do. That's how
you
men
get
move. Yeah. That's
you
how
get what
men
I'm
move.
saying?
Right. Yeah. So
I,
really.
I didn't go slander this man on interviews or nothing, none of them. You know what I'm saying? I went
Yeah.
straight to him.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And then,
really. Yeah.
yeah,
You're right. You're right. That's how men move, though. Men move a certain. Like if I got an issue with a person, I go to that person. I ain't gonna type them. I ain't gonna text them and all that. Nah. Look, man, when can we sit down? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the energy is different when you're face to face than when you on the phone or when you texting, right? You can you'll notice that people are a lot braver when you're not in front of them, right? So I would prefer to have a conversation. So you're right, dude. Should have had. It's a family matter. They should have dealt with it within the family. I'm not part of that family, right? So
yeah,
I can't, but if I was in that family, I would definitely put like, hey, bro, won't you just talk to big homie and we don't need to be doing this on YouTube. This ain't meant for Facebook.
exactly,
Everything ain't for everybody. This
exactly.
yeah. So yeah, I agree. I agree. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to put this to bed, man. We've been on here an hour. I appreciate y'all for coming on, man. This is this is like an extension of my podcast, the versatile experience. I just wanted to try to see how this live thing went on YouTube. And like again, my guest, OG Capone. OG, where they can find you at? Tell them how they can find you, OG Capone, if you still with us. If not, he ain't with us right now. Wavy, you tell them where they can find you. Tell them what you got in the mix.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, BMF Wavy 718 and BMF Wavy Reloaded. Those are my two pages on the gram.
All right. Big
Yeah.
Boosie, where they find you at, Big Boosie? What you got going on?
You can find me on Street Knowledge Podcast on YouTube. That's my channel.
Okay.
I give them all that good talk, all that real talk. I ain't out here with the trolling and all that.
Real talk.
Letting the kids know street life is over with. It ain't about and
you forgot about the movie.
Huh?
You forgot about the movie. They can find you in the movie too, though.
Oh yeah, they can find me Paid in Full the movie. You can find me in Honor Up the movie with Kanye West and Dame Dash. You can find me in my movie that's on Tubi. It's called Polished Soul with Akamatumbe and the homie Red from the 5 Heartbeats. Shit, the list goes on, man. But you can catch me on my IG at The Real Big Boosie, BOOTSIE, on IG as well. So yeah, I got a lot of things on the way.
No doubt, no doubt. Wait,
yeah,
what's
we doing the BBS boys coming down on May the 3rd, the big car show and big after party. It's New York and North Carolina Day.
Where is it gonna be at, Raleigh?
In right by Raleigh, Morrisville. The car show going to Morrisville. The after party gonna be at one of the big clubs. We ain't put the name to the clubs yet, but the promotion about to start going out immediately.
All right, say less. We gonna pull up. You know, I'm pulling up with Wavy.
Facts.
All right, I guess if OG, you still ain't with us. All right, well, my name is Carlos Parks. You can find me anywhere at Carlos Parks. Name of the podcast is The Versatile Experience. The network is Fifth Sun TV. You can find us on Roku TV. Just type in Fifth Sun TV. And I have a program. It's called Bully Business TV, where I talk about bullies and I go to bully shows, bullies and Frenchies. If you're interested in that, tune in, check out my show. If you're interested in getting your a podcast, a film, anything onto our network, we have an open platform. It's a platform for us, by us, right? So get at me. I appreciate your time. Peace.
I'm glad you cleared